Hello? Hello there.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, sorry about that, Brian. Did somebody else pick it up on the other side?
Yeah, somebody did, yeah.
Right, it's alright, it'll be me girlfriend, eh?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, what it was, on phone, you know, I saw you and told you the story about what happened to us in St William's kids' home.
Yeah.
And that the headmaster had been arrested for 150 rapes and stuff like that. And that the police had been in touch with me about it back then, 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And they'd basically, I mean, I just kept it to myself, but the police had somebody in custody, and they'd said what had happened to me to them, and they basically came up and said to me, well, have you been knocked out? Can you remember being knocked out at any point during this, you know, while you was in this kids' home and stuff like that? And I said, yeah, I did. And they said, well, after loads of questions saying, could I remember anything? And I'll say, no. Well, I said, well, in the incident report book for the school, for that wing I was on, a housemate had written there that I'd been unconscious, or kept unconscious for 5 days, solid. And I was in the same block, you know, as what they were letting the kids in. The block I was in had access. There was only that block where the staff had access to that block. You know what I mean? There was like an adjoining door to that block. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. The guy used to take. I found out for myself because the police didn't tell me this, but I found out for myself from the BBC website that he would take his victims swimming, and then rape them when they came back.
Yes.
Now, I'd been taken swimming that day I got knocked out and was kept unconscious for 5 days.
Yep.
Now, I don't know whether I was kept unconscious or whether someone gets knocked out and stays unconscious for 5 days, but nevertheless, the house mother put in the report that I was unconscious for 5 days with no doctor being called, no medical help, just left there. The rest of the staff were told to just leave me there.
Yeah.
You know, the house mothers weren't sort of in charge, they were just there to be like the motherly figure for you, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously one nurse has got a guilt trip about it and written it in this book. Now, the police actually said that that's what they went on. After this guy had told me this story about me, then they went and looked through these books and found that to be true, and that's why they then came up to see if I could actually remember anything about it. But all I remember is being sent upstairs by a member of staff to go into the room which had the adjoining door to the member of staff's quarters, and that's all I can remember, going up there and a big red flash, and that was it. Like, I didn't even realise until the police told me that 5 days had passed, and then I started looking up about, well, why they come, and it all led down to the headmaster. But I think they basically chucked my case away because of my criminal record with fighting the police all the time and stuff like that. I personally think they've just thrown it away. But this is 10 years down the line. I phoned them up to ask them what's going on, and they told me that it's all been disbanded. But now there's another operation that's been reopened for the to St William's. He's still there?
Yeah, I'm listening, yeah.
Yeah, and I was telling you that they've reopened it again because it was Operation Reno or something. I'm not very good at reading, but I've got the letter off the police sat here in front of me, and it's like almost like it's like an apology letter, eh?
Yeah.
Don't know if you want to hear that. I could get my friend next door to read it to you, like, eh?
Well, I'll tell you what, while you've been talking to me, I called it up on the internet, and yesterday, Thursday the 27th of June,
yeah,
there was a report in the Hull and East Riding Mail,
right,
saying police have concluded an investigation into historic sexual abuse at East Yorkshire's children's home, St William's.
No, they've not even come and seen me.
Right, it says they are suspected of committing 24 offences, including rapes and serious sexual assaults. Senior investigating officer Colin Andrews, a former chief superintendent, said it's just about waiting. Hopefully the evidence is strong enough they will authorise charges. We've done our best for the victims and hopefully some of them will get justice. It was only right we launched this investigation for the victims. More than, it says down here as well, more than 100 former residents of the home are involved in a mass compensation claim against Catholic Church and the De La Salle Order of Christian Brothers, who jointly ran the home in Market Weighton.
Yeah. Right, well, this was opened 10 years ago, and it wasn't Operation Reno, it was called something else, Operation... It's got it written down on this letter, but I can't read very well, so...
Right.
Shall I go next door and see if they'll read it to me for you?
Yeah, go on.
Right, give us a second and I'll leg it through there. It might go dead for a second, but don't worry, It seems to me, Brian, that the police are, just trying to fuck me off, and they told me basically that my claim, when they said that my case wasn't as important as others, it's like, hold on, I was the only kid that was knocked unconscious and kept unconscious for 5 days.
Yeah.
All the other kids knew what happened to them. Do you know what I mean? In my eyes, I'm the most bloody serious case, because of that fact. And yet, I seriously think that they've dumped it because, because of my criminal record. Because as soon as I got out of kids' homes and care, I was just Mr. fucking angry, big style,
Yeah.
And got into a lot of bother, and attacking police and doing all sorts of stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get this lady Kizzy to read it to you, because, like I say, I'm not very good at reading.
Okay.
Well, all this letter.
Yeah. I know who it's from and all that.
Yeah, it's from Humberside Police.
Yep.
Major Investigation Team. That's in Hull. And it's Operation Reno, that's Reno.
Yep.
And it's I am the Deputy Senior Investigating Officer of Operation Reno. A Humberside Police investigation into allegations of sexual abuse at the former St William's Catholic home at Market Weighton, East Yorkshire.
Yeah.
The operation has been ongoing since September 2010, and we have spoken to numerous former pupils, staff, witnesses, and interviewed a number of alleged abusers. You contacted Humberside Police last month complaining that, having been spoken to by former colleagues some 10 years ago on Operation Aldgate.
We used to be called Operation Aldgate then, yeah?
Yeah.
The previous investigation conducted by Humberside Police into allegations at St William's, and that you were never updated about the progress of your allegations. DC Chris Woodhead, who spoke to you last month, has researched the complaint you made to the Aldgate team. In 2003, you informed DC's Barber and Floater you were assaulted whilst a pupil at St William's by an unknown male, an assault that caused you to lose consciousness, and you were also assaulted by brother James Carragher. This information was shared with the Crown Prosecution Service at the time, and they decided no action against Carragher. Albeit you will be aware he was charged with numerous offences of sexual abuse and later convicted, being sentenced to 14 years imprisonment.
Right, now, Brian, you're telling me that this guy's done this, he's kept me unconscious for 5 days and he hasn't touched me? Do you know what I mean? Right, there's another side, if I just get Kizzy to read the other page.
You also disclosed his historic assaults against former foster parents from Grimsby. I can confirm both your former foster parents were interviewed by colleagues in Grimsby in 2003, about the allegations, and a file was submitted to the Crown Prosecution Service. Albeit I cannot find an outcome from the Crown Prosecution Service on our systems due to the passage of time. I am satisfied the evidence was viewed by the Crown Prosecutor and deemed not strong enough to proceed court. That does not mean the Crown Prosecutor or the police did not believe your allegations. It is just the lawyer would decide that the evidence would not have been likely to gain a successful prosecution.
Right, can I just stop you there, Kizzy, a minute? Brian, I never got in touch with a solicitor. No solicitor ever got in touch with me about this. I didn't even know, I wasn't even informed that this had gone on. Yeah? So I had no say in it. I wasn't asked to go to court and give evidence and nothing like, and they've just come to this decision. Can I just let Kizzy carry on now, like?
With regard to further allegations made about your treatment by staff at the Dayton Close School in Louth, Lincolnshire, DC Woodhead has made numerous inquiries, and it appears Lincolnshire Police have no record of your allegations. DC Woodhead, at my request, has forwarded details of these allegations to Lincolnshire Police at Skegness, and PS 854 Alison Smith of the Public Protection Team is dealing with the investigation and will be in contact with you. I can only apologise on behalf of Humberside Police for you not being updated about the allegations you made. The officers that dealt with these allegations have now retired from the force. I accept it is totally unacceptable as a victim of crime that you were not updated. Read the progress of your complaint. With regard to the current Humberside Police investigation, Operation Reno, the third Humberside Police investigation into St Williams, we are only investigating serious sexual assaults of rape, buggery and indecency against former pupils. This is given the passage of time, we have to concentrate on the most serious offences alleged, where there is a greater likelihood of a custodial sentence on conviction. I cannot imagine the pain and suffering you have gone through, and nothing in the letter should be interpreted that we do not believe you about what happened to you as a child. I hope this letter explains what investigations were undertaken and their outcome. And that's from Nigel Sawyer, Deputy Senior Investigating Officer for Operation Reno.
And what's the date of that letter?
The date, let's have a look, 24th of December 2012.
Right,
now what I'd like to just...
Thank you for that.
That's okay.
Thank you, Kizzy. Right, Brian, my concern is, right, that they sent me an email just before Christmas saying they was going to come and interview me after Christmas. They've not even been, and this court case has gone on, and I've not even been aware of it or been informed of any of this. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what? Do you know what I mean? They've just come and seen me, interview me, open a can of worms up in my head and then walked away. Do you know what I mean? And then now they're telling me that, no can be done about it, this isn't a serious case. It was written in the book by a house mother. A police officer told me. He had to come back and see me 3 times because I said to him, if you're going to open that can of worms at St Williams, I'm going to tell you about everything that's happened to me in care and all the kids and homes and foster parents I've been to. And they've not even been back to me and seen me since then. 10 years, 11 years has passed since then. And then all of a sudden, do you know what I mean, I phone them up to see what's going on, and I'm told that it's all been shut down and disbanded. And then the next thing, about a month later, I get a phone call off them saying, oh, it's been reopened again. And then I've got this letter. Now, this come before, with the date that's on it.
24th of December.
And I don't know, for myself, I don't know, it's a nasty, horrible thing to start remembering again after years of shoving it away. but it's got to be done. So I find it hard to pick up the phone and start talking to people about it. But it's out there now, do you know what I mean? And something needs done about it. I'm going to have to get my guts together and face up to it. And
look, I tell you, one of the things is that one of the statements in that letter just doesn't make sense, because he says that they can't find. He said they can't find any record of the outcome after it was submitted to the Crown Prosecution Service.
Yeah.
Then he says, but they're satisfied that the Crown Prosecution Service did the right thing.
Yeah.
Well, that is a nonsensical thing to say.
And to say the thing that guts me the most is the thing where they say that my case is less serious than others. It's like, whoa, do you know what I mean? How can they say that? I was unconscious for 5 days. Do you know what I mean?
Have you?
Where there was 2 paedophiles, brother James and this other guy. Do you know what I mean? Who were raping kids. I was unconscious for 5 days. Do you know what I mean? All the other kids knew what had happened to them.
Yeah, and Andy, you said it was the police confirmed that in one of these books it said that you were unconscious for 5 days.
Yeah, it was written down by a house mother in pencil. They said they nearly missed it because it was only written in pencil. Now, I think the house mothers wrote it in pencil simply because that, like, when I look back, the house mother was just there to be like the motherly figure, like show you how to cook a meal or something like that, or, you know, bake bake something or whatever. You know, they weren't like involved in anything in particular. They was just there for that. And where the hierarchy was that the staff themselves made all the rules and told the house mothers what to do. So I personally think the house mother has just had a really big guilt trip about it, knowing this is going on, and just had to write something because it's been the worst thing she's seen yet. Do you know what I mean? And just to please her own guilt, she's written it in a book. And the police said they'd found that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If that's not evidence enough, I don't know what the hell is.
Yeah. Andy, would you be able to get a copy of that letter down to me?
Listen, I'm not very good with stuff like this. I'm more Brian, right? I'm living on £18 a week.
Well,
do you know what I mean? It's really hard work. I can't read and write too well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I've rung up 2 different solicitors about this. Like one of them who'd actually dealt with the first 150 cases where over £1.5 million or something was paid out to people, you know, victims, you know, and he said, well, it's over 10 years old, we can't carry on. So I personally think he's working with the police, this solicitor, who's dealing with all the cases to do with St William's. So then I rung up, what's his name? Who's that guy? Jimmy Savile. Do you know the solicitor who's taken up the Jimmy Savile cases? I thought, well, I'll ring him and see what he thinks. And he told me the same thing. It was like, well, what does a person like me do? You've dug these kind of worms up in my head. Do you know what I mean? And then you've just like not informed me, not told me nothing about what's happening. You basically shoved me away. You know what I mean? You've shoved my case to one side. Because like I say, I personally think that it's a much bigger story than anybody getting brought. You know, it's a big enough story. Those kids getting brought back from swimming and then getting raped in the shower room, like. But you know, I've told the police about me getting kicked the shit out of in shower rooms because I won't let them have it, like, you know, where house mothers have actually come in and seen what's going on with the member of staff, the teacher. Do you know what I mean? And stopped it, do you know what I mean? And this arsehole got away with it for months, man, you know what I mean? Just fucking, because he couldn't get it sexually, like, he fucking took it out of me fucking physically, man.
Yeah. Have you got a mate or something up there who would know how to get a copy of the letter?
I can get it copied and emailed. Can you give me an email address or something? I mean, I'd rather give you it in person. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it to go all over the net at the minute, like,
No, well,
I want one person to take up my fucking fight against this, like, and one person only. And I'm hoping you're going to do this for me, like, and help me do this thing.
Look, and
but these are the difficulties I've got.
I'm going to say the problem is everything comes through me, but there are other people around.
Yeah, who are going to help, like, yeah, I understand that, yeah.
I mean, one of the first things that come to me, I know this isn't justice, But there are plenty of people who've had payouts from the...
I'm not just on about payouts, mate. I don't really... honestly, mate, I've lived all my life with no fucking money, man. I've always been in the gutter, man. I really don't give a shit about money, man.
Yeah.
I give a fuck about fucking exposing these bastards for what they are.
Yeah, okay, but there's always... I know what you're saying, okay, but there's also taking things which... yeah. I know you think the money's an insult, okay, and the aim is justice, and I agree with you.
If I ever did get any money like that, a lot would go to me son, man, because I've got fuck all to give him myself apart from fucking my love, you know what I mean?
I know, but it's also true that if there was money your way, it would help you, wouldn't it? I'd take anything I could get from these people because the system's so rotten, but I'm not saying you ignore justice. I'm just saying that already in what you've said from that letter, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
And there ought to be somebody to assist in what you do about it.
Well, I've got emails and things like that as well, eh?
Yeah.
That the police have sent us. Sorry, mate, I'm getting a bit...
No, it's all right, it's okay. But look, I mean, all you need to do is go into a blooming place that's got a photocopier and just get a copy of it. There's a lot of shops will do it and things. They don't read it, they'll just put it, you know, if you say it's personal, they put it face down on the copier. And it'll cost you about 20p, 50p.
Right, hold on a minute, I'll get some pen and paper. Can I get an email or something like that off you?
Yeah. What's your email?
I call it the Truth Machine 1.
The Truth Machine?
Yeah, 1.
That's number 1, is it?
Yeah, the Truth Machine, number 1.
Yeah.
And at gmail.co.uk, I think.
.co.uk?
Yeah.
Are you on your computer now?
No, I'll go round mine and
Right,
yeah.
Look, I'll tell you what.
Can you help us, please, a minute? Can you come round? Can you just bring that pen and paper with? Right, hold on a sec, Ollie. This is my friend's phone from next door, but it reaches through into my house. So, are you still there?
Yeah.
Right.
I'll just send you the test.
I've just got to load up the program for that. It's kind of tortured us fucking for a lot of years, like, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, when they fucking, I was just starting to get myself fucking right with all this shit, man, and get it balanced in my mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They come along and fucking open the can of worms again, man. It's been left like that. Well, I've got the program up now.
Okay.
It's just loading up. Oh, this one doesn't work, does it? You got pen? Yeah. Right, you want that. Sorry, what's your email address?
It's Brian with an I, B-R-I-A-N.
Yeah.
At UK.
At UK. Column.
C-O-L.
What?
UK column. Is it all one word, UK column?
Yes.
Column.
Yeah.
Can you spell it?
Can you spell it? Because someone's
Yeah.
writing it for me.
So UK and then C-O-L.
Yeah.
U.
Yeah.
M.
Yeah.
N.
Yeah.
.org. .org.
.org. Right. Do you just want a copy of that letter for now? Because I've got emails and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, just a copy of the letter, yeah.
Right. Right, I'll send it through with whichever one I get it through. I don't know whether it'll be that one or what. I don't know.
All right.
So I'm not very good with computers, eh? I'm all right with them, like, but I'll struggle to do this, like, eh? But
the other thing is that I'm what you're sending me. I have to talk to somebody else about anyway, and some things take a while to do. So I'm just going to gently say to you, don't expect me to instantly be to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I know this through, waiting the 12 years or so that's passed already, eh?
Yeah, I know.
It's just even getting somebody to help us get it sorted, like, eh? Because no solicitors and else been contacted, like, eh? And yet they've took care of it all without me knowing, without me even employing a solicitor about it and nothing, like, eh? My head's been up my arse with it all, so they've basically been able to do what the hell they want because I'm not even there to defend what they are doing.
Yeah.
So what do you want me to do? You want my computer now?
I've sent you an email, so there should be an email from me.
Right.
Saying test, and if you can see that, then we're in communication.
Right. The Truth Machine 1 at gmail.com. Sorry, it's .com, not .co.uk.
Yeah, I thought it might have been. Hold on. I've left the one out now. Hold on a minute.
Hey.
You should be here in a second.
Okay, you should have something there in a sec.
Just
refresh the page.
yeah. Testing. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Is that right? Oh no, hold on. What's that? What does it say there, Kizzy?
Testing.
Oh no, it's a. Oh, hold on a minute. It's not come through yet now.
Well, that's not even for this year. That's for last year.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong bit then. Well,
It's all last year.
what's that then?
It's all last year.
All of it.
Yeah, that's all says 2012. It's 2013 now.
Right.
I don't know what you've done because I don't understand that program.
Right, hold on.
There you go.
What's that one then?
Well, we haven't got it yet because the top one is always the one that's just been sent. Refresh the page and see if it's... How do you refresh that then? Because I don't know, I don't use that.
Well, Dave set it up. So I use Thunderbird, Brian, eh?
Okay.
So
So you...
I don't know computers very well. Like, my mate set it up for us.
Yeah, I'm coming.
No, it's the Truth Machine 1 at gmail.com.
Yeah, that's what I just sent through.
Yeah. It's not happening. What's going on? Right, I've got another email address then.
Is it the numeral? It's number one. It's one,
Yeah,
as opposed to one ONE.
Yeah, it's number 1. Yeah.
Yeah. The Truth Machine 1 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've sent.
What's going on then? What's happening? When was my last email link, is he? On this?
Now you've gone up there again, Mark. Why do you keep
I don't know.
Right, leave that. Because it's 28. 6th of the 28th.
Right.
2:33 p.m. YouTube.
No, I'm not. There's nothing come through yet. Anyway, I've refreshed it a couple of times.
Right. Why that isn't it?
TheTruthMachine 1 at gmail.com.
Yeah, that's what I've sent.
Yeah.
Will you send one through to me at brian@ukcolumn.org?
Right. Oh, I'm going to try something different. Right, how do you get onto that Hotmail thing? I'll try it through that Hotmail one. Hotmail. Sign in. Where's that?
At the top.
Top.
Yeah. Put your email in and your password.
Hey.
Why have you got an A there?
Where?
In design, you need that A out.
That
Not
A?
Yeah.
Right.
And you've put a T there, so it'll make that an L.
Make that now.
There you go.
Right. Right, how do I send a mail then? Sorry about this, Brian, it's taking up a lot of your time, isn't it?
New, maybe. 2.
Yeah, go on then. Just type that in for me, please. Go on, you spell that and I'll do it.
BRIAN.
B-R-I... No. What's what I'm doing? B-I-R-A...
B-R. Shall I just
Alright.
do it?
Yeah, go on. It's laughable when I'm trying to do something on the computer, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? Add message? What's that?
That's whatever you want to put down.
Put hello. Can I attach something?
I don't know.
Save draft, send. Yeah, this is where I need to roll.
I haven't got a clue on this. I really don't know. They've changed it from... Cause it's out now.
How do you send that?
I've no idea.
Save draft.
Oh, send.
Right, oh, what's that?
Insert. I don't know.
File.
Attachments.
Attachments.
It's all changed now.
Right, where did I put that kit? Right, on design story. Care Homes, St Williams.
Williams Community Home.
Been knocked
What's
up
that for?
5 days. Care Homes. What's this? Documents and emails. police letter, Humberside. That's it, that's the one. You just want that, because I could send you the emails as well, I think.
Alright, well if that's easy to do, bung those through as well, yeah?
Care homes, bar, what does that say?
Care home boss loses abuse people.
Oh, where was I then?
I don't know.
Documents and emails. Right. Huh? Why? Oh, right, you can only send one thing. Alright, got to put one picture in at a time. Sorry about this, Brian.
Right.
It's quite bloody file attachment I own it. But what I'll do, I'll send you the, yeah, that's the letters. Yeah, you're gonna have to contact me on this one here all the time. Just put it. Hello, Brian. It's on.
Why does that say BB?
Oh, why?
That needs changing. Just click on that.
Is that?
Yeah, all you'll have to.
Sorry.
Right.
So. I just thought, hi, Bright, it's Andy, just so you know it's me. They've not finished loading up yet, the pictures. It's got these, right, I'm just going to send you these two for now because it's taking a while for these two pictures to load in. It's in JPEG, Brian.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. That's right.
But I've got emails and stuff like that, I'll take my time and get them sorted, but I'll, do you want to phone me back in a minute and just tell me whether you've got them, because it might take a few minutes, or do you want to stay online?
Yeah. No, go on. Well, as soon as I've got them, I'll give you a ring, or I'll tell you what, I'll send you a text on your phone, yeah?
Well, the best thing's to ring me, because like I say, I'm dyslexic, so I just get messages and stare at them and go, what the hell does that mean? Like, hey, I'm not being funny about, but yeah.
Okay, well, that's fine, I'll do that.
I'm quite badly dyslexic, so that's why I find it hard to get things done, like, because of it.
Right.
Alright then, Brian, thank you very much for your help. I mean, even, like, I know that you might yourself not be able to take care of this thing, I don't know, or put me on to somebody that can,
yeah.
But, fingers crossed, I hope you can do something about, help me in some way. Or I really do appreciate your help, mate, I really, really do.
Yeah, alright, just remember I'm not superhuman.
No, I do, I know that's why I've given it plenty of time when we come back from the Bilderberg thing, eh?
Yeah.
Another thing I was going to tell you about while we're here is I did like a Speaker's Corner thing last year at Durham City, at the what do you call it, the cathedral, and I'm putting it on again this year. Like, the police came last year and tried to move us and so on, but it ended up being okay, and they give us the time to stay there, like, because I said I'm using the place as Speaker's Corner so people can come and pass information, give information, share, and talk about actions that can be taken and stuff like that. In the end, they let me go for it, and I'm going to try it again this year. No, I didn't inform the police or anybody that I was actually going to do it, but they got wind of it, and I got visits off them like twice, where I think they falsely identified themselves to me, like, because they said there was from CID, but I'd actually not committed any crime or anything like that. So I asked them to show me identification, and they didn't show me any identification, refused to, and said that they had nothing on them. And then the second time they came, I filmed them, and then asked them again for identification and pointed out that they didn't show me the first time, and so on and so on. But they still didn't identify themselves as being CID if there was. But yet they're talking to me about protests and stuff like that I've, been involved in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is that right that they would send the CID to? Even though they didn't show me any paperwork or what part of the police force they actually work for, they just said that. I've got them on video as well saying all that carry on, and it's like, am I being watched now or something like that?
Alright. Look, let's just take it at a time. Let's have a look at these docs that you got.
Yeah.
And then we can see what's actually happened.
Yeah. Right, they're still not loaded up yet, but as soon as they are, I'll get next doors to send you a text on my phone and that, just to let you know they're gone. Yeah. All right, Brian. I'll speak to you soon. If you want to send anybody up or anything to cover that, it's on the 13th of July. Anyway, it's during the Miners' Gala.
Yeah.
I'll send you some info on that if you know anybody that's interested in might want to come up and do some speaking,
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, I'll speak soon, Brian. I'm sorry to hold you back so much,
Alright, that's okay. Okay, cheers for that.
Alright, I'll speak to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Cheers, bye. Is that running through Facebook? Oh yeah, it's fucking using bandwidth then, isn't it?